Welcome to the Convo podcast, hosted by D.Bail, powered by GrustleMedia.com. Next up on the Convo podcast, we have artist, CEO, and actor Easy the Mogul of G-Set Entertainment. He talks about his latest project, Dedicated, which is available now on all digital platforms, his acting experience in the short film, The White House is Fake, as well as the keys to independent success and the importance of teamwork. Check out more updates on EasyTheMogul.com.
Yo, what's good?
What's good? What's good?
Easy the Mogul, man. What's the vibe?
What's the vibe? Easy the Mogul, man. Welcome to the Convo podcast, bro. What's good with you, man?
Salute, brother. You already know everything's good, man.
Grinding, bro.
Out here in New York City making it happen. That's a fact. You already know. Dedicated, new album on the way. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Dial. Bunch of movies, the concert, the tour life, you know.
It's real out here, man. And you setting the blueprint for independent artists out there, man. So I salute you off top.
Yeah, I definitely had to, man. You definitely had to, because I feel like, you know what I mean, like, if I don't do it, then, you know what I mean, a lot of people probably won't ever pursue their real dreams in life because they didn't get, you know what I mean, offered what they wanted to get offered when they wanted to get offered. So it kills a lot of people's dreams and their ambition to really wanting to be what they always wanted to be. So me as, you know, independent and whatnot, and just, I was able to find a couple loopholes in there, you know what I mean, dudes that's around and I know that are really hungry, that's, you know, focused and when they want to get it too. I'm gonna definitely open those doors for them as well.
Right. Now, we chopped it up before, man. We did a Grustle profile with you before, but just to remind the listeners out there, man, talk about your formation as an artist and the development of G-Set Entertainment, man.
Me, I'm Easy the Mogul, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Young Goat.
Right.
And I've been grinding, doing my music for a while, you know what I'm saying, got my first EP, Global Mogul 3, which dropped out on iTunes first. Then after that, you know, I came out with G5 and then Powerball, and then my last, you know, up to my last album till date right now is Enterprise. That's before the Dedicated hits them. And,
right.
G-Set ENT just came about from, you know, a couple dudes that was with me from the get. You know what I mean? Like, G-Set is actually like, before we even was rapping, before I knew certain of these dudes in my hood, Edenwood, Southside Edenwood, we were just a group of kids just running around. Yo, we G-Town. Yo, we G-Town. Yo, we G. So what happened with that was a bunch of dudes had, you know, different things happened to them where a bunch of people went this way.
Right.
So the ones that was left, I'm like, you know what, we're gonna just G-Set this shit out. We gonna be G-Set.
Mm-hmm.
G-Town, we G-Set. The family left, we gonna keep it going with this. So G-Set, it was kind of like what I was doing, what I wanted to do. This is, you know what I mean?
Right.
I was always the loopy one that was all in G-Town. I was always the one that knew, yo, this is what we doing. I was always that dude. So G-Set came about like that. Then not every artist, you know, not everybody that's G-Set rap.
Okay.
Some dudes don't rap. You know what I'm saying? So I was the one that was just rapping for years by myself.
Got you.
So then a couple dudes, you know what I mean? Even my brother, he come around, yo, damn, I see you doing your thing. I want to get down with the wave. I want to rap too. So me coming from Southside of Eden, we were like, we believe in the each one teach one thing. So it's like, if I could help you, like, from just, you know, just giving you some knowledge or just providing you a platform or something like that for you to be able to speak your piece, then why not?
Right.
Like, this is why the game is like how it is nowadays, because you got artists that's like 43 years old that's trying to come out as new artists. And it don't matter if you feature 10 artists on your song that's 16 years old. You ain't ever gonna pop.
Right.
How you supposed to pop, because you gotta give back. You see somebody crying, you gotta you gotta show that love to them. You can't just wanna be for self, you know? That's
True.
why my recent concert that I had in December, it was December 30th in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I offered different artists to come out and perform at my venue.
Right.
Because I believed in their music too. I'm like, I see you grinding. Just because I'm selling more records than you or I'm getting more plays than you doesn't mean that I don't appreciate what you're doing.
Definitely.
So I'm going to show you that I do, and I'm going to invite you out to my concert. Come open up for me.
Mm.
I'm going to perform last. You come, you know what I mean? Perform in front of my crowd. So that's where that home run state came about from. Rather than waiting for a promoter to send $30K to go rock out at one of their concerts, or actually, you know, be able to fund up the amount that we want to do the show, just rent out the venue and do it ourselves. So G-Set ENT came like, they gonna be first up. If anything, you know how 50 had the unit.
Right.
G-Set ENT, I gotta make sure they in the loop regardless too. So you'll see them inside the 848 web series. You'll see them in the White House is Fake. You know, also the book. You'll see them in, you know, different things. As much as I could push them and plug them into, I'm gonna do that.
Now, that's one thing I honestly could say about you, man. Like, you know, you're definitely a team player. I see, you know, you promote, you know, your friends and fellow artists just as much as you promote yourself, man. That's one thing I definitely respect about you, man. For real.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna promote my stuff, you know, more because it's my stuff. And if I don't do it, nobody's gonna promote it like me.
True.
Or as much as I should, you know, just like that. So I'm always gonna push my stuff more. But I'm the motivation and I'm the, you know, the inspiration. I'm the one that's like, yo, how the fuck did he get to iTunes? How does he sell his music on iTunes? How does people from over there that never met him buy his records on iTunes? How does he have fans in Africa hit him up to ask him could he sign them?
Right.
How does he have fans in Turkey who thinks he's Tupac? How does he do it? And I don't even know the answer to it, D.Bail. I just point up and say God is great, and I just keep working. That's all I do. So it's not. I'm not the cocky one with the success. I'm the humble one with it. Like, yeah, man, I can show you where I bought this steak at.
Right.
You gotta have the money though. I can show you where the steak is at, but you gotta have the money.
Yeah, definitely, man. And that's one thing too. Like, you know, a lot of people will try to, you know, even for me, being working in the industry all of this time, man, I always tell people, you know, I might not have all the answers on how to get on. Like, I've been around it, but literally the game changes every year. So like the concrete way that people used to get deals back, you know, back then, you know, standing outside the labels with a CD, you know what I'm saying? It's different now. So even like it changes every 6 months. So it's like I could tell you the way on how to do it, but then there's 30 other people trying to do the same thing. So sometimes it's best for you as an artist, as a CEO, to try to, you know, make your own way. And one thing that always will remain the same, good music is always going to be good music. And making personal connections with people will always make that difference. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's the two things that really haven't changed. You know what I mean? Like you still make good connections with people. You still make good music. It's gonna move. You just got to figure out how to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's definitely a fact because it came about like you know what I mean. I remember when I first, you know me, like when I wanted to begin doing music, it's like I always was a great artist and always knew how to rap my ass off.
Right.
They paid me an email to come out and spit and come out, take $50, spit some shit on the camera. They got a lot of shit for me on the camera in the archive. They're gonna put it out soon. But they used to even also want me to battle Corey Guns. Me and Corey Guns were supposed to battle one day on 174 by the Scream.
Wow.
So they lined it up, but I don't know what happened with his team or whatnot, but we didn't get to get the battle done, but they was really, E, you gotta kill it, you gotta smoke Corey Gun. They think he talking about he the hottest in the Bronx, you gotta kill him. So they was gonna put that out right there. So years later, you know, even Wyclef Jean came to Eden World. They done brought Wyclef Jean to Eden World to see me.
Wow.
At this time, when they bring Wyclef Jean and all these people, I'm running around in the hood. Yo, Wyclef was just up here. Where you was at? Oh, man. I was running around, but it wasn't for me as in like, Wyclef is coming to meet you, but they were just pulling, different artists was coming around.
Right.
But at this time, even when, at this time, I had a CEO trying to sign me to get me to do this Sprite commercial.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, listen, I'm going to sign you. Listen, we're going to put you on this label. You're going to be on the radio. Listen, the Sprite people want somebody to be in a commercial. And my uncle read the contract, and he felt that the contract wasn't valid. So he like, nah, you can't do that. Tell him it's a dub.
Mm.
So ever since he dubbed that, I kind of been like, fuck this shit a little bit. Like, this shit, you know what I mean? It kind of blew me. I was a young nigga, Bow Wow's popping, Romeo popping.
Right.
I want to get this Sprite deal so I could get in the field. But he read something that was in the contract that wasn't right. Something about like the CEO saying something about like I gotta find my own shows, but he gets 50% off of the shows that I find. You know what I mean? Like
that's crazy.
Find them. Yeah, so my uncle felt that that it wasn't the right type of the environment to go about. So he curbed it like, nah, you know what I mean? You're not gonna go about that. But then it took it upon myself where I was like, you know what? Now I need to find me a studio. I wanna spit some bars. My homeboy passed away, and my homeboy that passed away, you know what I mean? Shout out to Mac. He really this is one of his dreams. Like, yeah, listen, man, I need you to rap and blow up and put on for the hood. You could do it. Nobody could do it. You got to do it. And me being so young at the time, I would be looking at him like, why? I know I'm nice, but why? I know you're like, you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. So different days, we out to the studio today. Come on, I got the Henny, I got the Earth. Nah. So I would be fronting so much, trying to be running around fucking with the girls and getting to whatever I'm doing, getting my money, whatever. Long story short, he passed away. So when he passed away, it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. Because it was like, damn, the simplest, smallest thing he asked me to do, I couldn't do it because I was so wrapped up into what I wanted to do. Now I can't ever do that for him. I can't ever go to the studio with him and give him 8 balls. So it matters as much to me for me to take over and run it up like that. Like when you go to Edenwald and you mention Easy the Mogul, they know what's up. They know the vibe. They hype because I'm putting it on like that. So that's one of the reasons, like a big reason, a part of like my passion for music too. Is like, yeah, I want to do this, and this is my dream, of course. But my dog, that he really wanted to see this pop. Like, yo, Easy, I really want to see you. You be the next Jay-Z. You be the. I want to see you do it. You can do it.
And that's why I think your next project, going back to you talking about your friend Mac that passed. God bless his soul, man. Dedicated, man. Like that's a fitting title, man. That's a fitting title right now for you, man.
And definitely, even how even the way how I met you, like I was so hungry on my grind. I'm like, all right, look, I found this guy. His name is Aluz. He's a studio guy. I heard about him from Charlie O's. Him and Charlie O's don't really get along with each other, but listen, that's the business. That ain't nothing to do with me.
Right.
He had won the Underground Music Award at that time. So he's like, y'all won the Underground Music Award. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So you doing your thing. All right, so I see you doing your thing. What's up? I want to throw you in one of my songs. He like, yo, you got to pay me to get up on the song. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll pay you, and I'm going to pay you to do the video.
Wow.
Like, word? Yeah, because my mind state was, listen, I know what I'm going to do. See, this is why a lot of artists don't really succeed into doing what they really want to do, because they don't want to invest.
True. I
knew that if I did this song with this guy and we did the video and he won the Underground Music Award, that it was going to bring me some people's going to see this. And this is what I'm doing it for.
Right.
I'm doing this. Everybody watch what I'm doing. You got to get everybody into what you're doing. And sure enough, that's what happened.
Yeah. And that's how I saw your first video. Yeah. And I said, yo, this cat is nice, man.
D.Bail.
Right.
And ever since then, me and you've been rocking.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
That's how it came about, from just putting in the work. Like, I was so dedicated with it. Like, yo, I'll pay you. And you do videos too. I'll pay you to do the video too.
Right.
Because I know one thing, D. I know down the line, you're going to have to pay me to do a verse.
Right.
So I'll pay you now. And when you pay me to do a verse, it's going to be way more than what you charge me to do the verse. When you could have just did the verse in belief, like, he going to do his thing and he going to send out for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now, that's the mind state that a lot of people have to have when they're doing this. Like, yeah, sometimes some people work so hard for what they built, their brain and everything like that, for just to let any old person just be like, yo, let me get a verse and let's do a video. You got to put your money where your mouth is with it.
True.
It does. You definitely gonna get your benefit from it, but you gotta put your work into this.
Yeah, you definitely do, man. And good company goes a long way, man. So like when I saw that, I said, yo, and then just following your movement and listening to the music, it's like, yo, this dude is really nice, man. And I always say, if I was an A&R, or if I worked in programming, I wish I could do a little bit more for you, just on the music end, because I know you're gonna pop, bro. Like I know what's gonna happen for you, man. And not for nothing. Yeah. Ever since I first saw your first video, just seeing the growth and just seeing the development of you as an artist and as a CEO, I'm like, it's really only a matter of time at this point, man. And like when I text you, you're expanding your fan base. You in CT now. You making other moves. Those are all the things that you have to do. Like, people can't teach you how to do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just something that's a fact. You just got it in you. You moving, shaking, networking. That's what you got to do. You're definitely right. So you're
definitely right about that.
Yeah. So we had Enterprise, we had Powerball, we had G5. Now we on album number 4. What is the difference? Because I read something about you doing a movie with this.
the difference between this new album right here is like I'm giving him so much more. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Chris Brown. You know what I mean? He just dropped a big album that dropped 45 songs on it.
Crazy.
And it did extremely good. You know what I mean? It did extremely good. So like that's what a lot of people is doing right now. They throwing extra songs out there on their projects.
Right.
To actually, you know, to let the fans give more to the fans, and actually it's good for, you know, streams and everything like that. So I'm gonna do the same thing this time around. So Enterprise is definitely gonna have more songs on it than Enterprise had. Enterprise had 14. This one, Dedicated, is gonna have more songs on it.
Okay.
And also about Dedicated, what's making it so like special and everything like that, because we got artists from all over. I got artists from Jamaica on there. Shout out to Dice. I got MVP from Dominican Republic. We got the Veterana remix on there.
Okay.
The Veterana remix is actually his song that's popping out there in DR, but I'm on the remix now, so I'm gonna throw that out here in the USA on the iTunes and have it going crazy.
Lit.
What's the Vibe remix? Featuring this female from Finland.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Amelia. You know what I mean? That's cooking up in the pot. I got a Round 6 featuring G-Set ENT. I mean, I got a new artist I'm bringing out to the table. His name is Wastel. He's on Jungle and Set for the G.
Okay.
So it's like, with this new project right here, it's like, just aside from just being in so much growth, that's what I'm really excited for the fans to hear about. Like, you got to hear the growth in this.
Mm-hmm.
You thought I was wilding on the Enterprise. Listen to the Dedicated. You're going to say, damn. You know what I mean? It's a lot of more records, like how G5 had more records, let's say, dedicated to the women. This one right here got a lot of records in there dedicated to the women as well. It's not, it's I wouldn't say it's balanced as in like it's even.
Gotcha.
I definitely thought about the females a lot more than I did on the Enterprise on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they buying the albums. They buying it. They streaming.
Yeah, that's a fact. Definitely. They getting it the first day, first week. You got to think about them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you also got to remember what got you here and what people love you for. So you always got to deliver that as well, you know?
True. Very true, man.
So what you were saying about the movie thing is like, so what I was saying about being that the project is so powerful like that, I'm like, I feel like it needs something else to follow up behind this. I need this to be spoken about for the next 7 to 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this how big I want it to be. So, and now I got a lot of more connections with, you know, a lot of more, like, shout out to Joe McGee. He's writing a new book called The Letters of Annie and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Due to him scoring so big on the White House is fake. You know, that shit sold out 2 times within 8 weeks.
The White House is fake. You don't believe nothing. At war with the state. For all these assumptions. They wanna know what I know. They wanna know how I know. I won't say nothing at all. That's why they want me to go. He gotta know all the answers. They take your toe for the answers. Nothing can fail him. He gotta speak his beliefs and they gotta hear him. Fishing for clues like somebody did. I'm not even shaving his beard. And some people look at him weird. Left in the woods for dead. Enough of that shit have been said. Left in the woods for dead. Enough of that shit have been said. White House is fake. You don't believe nothing. War with the state. For all these assumptions. They wanna know what I know. They wanna know how I know. I won't say nothing at all. That's why they want me to go. That's why they want me to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Joe, man.
And that's like a bookseller's dream to go platinum. Like, you sold out, ain't no more. You gotta stock up, and then they got a couple out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he did that. He got that going on, and he's also trying to get the White House is fake to be in a movie called Miramax.
How did y'all link up? How did that connection happen?
We actually linked up, bro, on some we linked up from me being just so hungry and grinding. Like, I'm reaching out different podcasts, different interview radios. What's up? I want to be on your show. What's up? I want to be on your show. What up? I want to pull up. I want to pull up.
Right.
And people, well, you want to pull up? You want to holler? Yo, it's my pleasure. Come on. And, you know, different ones. And he just happened to be the one that we did. He'd never even been to Harlem before. He's like,
wow.
Where do you want to do an interview at? I'm like, let's do it in Harlem. He's like, you don't want to do it in the Bronx? I'm like, nah, not the Bronx. Let's do it in Harlem first.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Harlem. We sat up in the park. We did the interview. And after the interview, he told me about, you know, what was his new goals. Like, he's like, yo, man, I'm thinking about this book. I want to make it. I'm like, listen, I'll help you with the book. I'll be a character. I'll help you promote it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Because all I had at that time was just 848 web series footage. Like, you know what I mean? I wanted more. So I'm like, I'll help you do that. He's like, all right. So the next week, he's like, all right, man, listen, you're going to be this person. I'm like, hey, can I get my guys? Can I incorporate two of my dudes in it? They've been really working hard, and I like that. He's like, yeah, who? I put them on. He's like, you guys could be out here in Connecticut by this day. I'm like, yeah. So we went out there to Connecticut. We rocked out. And ever since that time we did that, it was like me and him became like tighter than ever. So it's like, to the average person right now, they see me and him promoting something, they'll be like, hey, is that your manager? Who's this guy? Is he manage Easy? He going that hard for Easy. That's why. So they like, so I could let him be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He's going that hard. Like,
right. Yeah, nah, he promotes,
like,
man.
Drop something. You know what I mean? I'm going at, yo, White House is fake. It's sold out. You know I'm behind that. You know I'm behind that. I'm Nelson Conrad. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the one hand. It's just the washing the hand, like, you know what I mean? So even with the concert, it was about him. He's like, hey, what's up, man? I found this spot out here in Connecticut. You want to do the concert here?
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, Waterbury, Connecticut. I'm like, shit, let's do it. So that's how it came about. You know what I mean? I let the people, we see what it is to rent out the venue. We got it. So that's how that came about, is just because to keep on, you know, the chemistry was just so real like that. So now his new book that he's writing, Letters of Vain, he's like, yo, Easy. You want to be in this one? I'm like, yeah, you know, I got you, Joe. He's like, listen, the White House is fake. Make it to the movie. I need you to be Nelson Conrad. That's the only way I want this movie to be out. Netflix, I don't care where it's going to be. You have to be Nelson Conrad. You can promise me you do that? I'm like, yeah, I got you. So that's the deal on that. I'm definitely going to do that. So with all that being done and being going down, it has new goals and new things that we have to do. I said, you know what? I want to do my own movie about myself, and I want to incorporate you guys that I'm helping you guys with mine. You get what I'm saying? So I want to do a movie about my life coming up. And Joe is like, yeah, man, you should do one about, yeah, that sounds dope, dedicated. Where you came from, where you at now, where you going? I'm like, that's dope. And you know what make it even more dope, Joe? Because I watch 50. See, one thing I do, D.Bail, is I study a lot of things that's going on, like 50 Cent with Power. That's a big-ass show from him. Shout out to 50. He's definitely one of the role models out there for me. But when he wrote that show, Power, that's his show. But he also allowed help from one of his white friends that made this show go to the skyrocket.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that he couldn't write it by himself. He wrote it. This is his story. This is his thing. But just that little help of another writer being like, and then when he goes into there, then you should make this happen, and then this happen, and then this happens. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about the partnerships, man, at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, the teamwork being essential. So rather than me just being like, you know, I want to write the movie by myself and I just want to write it by myself, you know, I'm going to write it by myself, of course. It's going to be my movie. This is about my life. I'm not trying to fabricate anything. This is the Eden World Day is coming up to the, you know what I mean, meeting people that was the fakes. Oh, everything is going. I'm gonna try to incorporate a lot into this movie, and being that we got Random Film Studio, which is like a top quality directing team out there in Connecticut. It's time to just make it, you know what I mean, go on the ball.
They did your What's the Vibe video.
Yeah, those are the guys that shot What's the Vibe, man. You know,
wow.
Shout out to them guys. You know, What's the Vibe is like, you know, I mean, that's like my biggest video ever right now. You know, I mean, as far as the likes, the comments, and the view count and everything like that. Even the quality of the video.
Yeah.
They really shot that video like Easy the Mogul has a Grammy already. They didn't shoot my video like my homeboy should be shouting. Not easy. You know what I mean? So you have a lot of these guys out here that's like that. That's why you can't shoot with any cameraman.
It's true.
You can't go to the studio. You can't record with an artist who's an artist. You can't record with a studio engineer who's a rapper.
Right. You need somebody with with a different kind of ear. That just engineering.
Somebody who's you just engineer. You're not trying to think of competition on the low. Or you're not hearing my recipe to go make your recipe. You can't hear my new shit. You're a rapper. You gotta wait.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what a lot of stuff like that happened, you know, in part of my life and things like that. Me coming up and shit like that. Like Even producers, they want to rock with me. Yeah. I got the producer on fire. I'm doing mad beats with him. Next thing you know, the producer like, yeah, I'm working on my new song. What? You rap? All right, that's it. It's enough doing business with you, bro. Because you're trying to con me on some low. Don't lie. If you're a rapper, you make beats. Maybe I may do one or two, but I'm not going to be working with you like. Nah, that's just not what we do. I'd rather work with a producer as a producer. So it's all about the grind. You feel me?
So we got music. We also got movies. But one thing I also respect about you is the fact that you also are very heavily involved with the community. Now, you came up or you were going to have a charity basketball game. Like, what is the importance of you giving back to the community, even at this point of your career? Because you're gonna make it to that level, but you know what I mean. So some people want to come up, they like, nah, I'm just all about me, and then when I get the millions, then I'll give back. Why is it so important for you to give back this early in your career?
Honestly, like, for me, what I honestly feel about that is like, even when I was coming up and even all Southside, like, my family, whatnot, they made sure I had and whatnot, but I had a lot of friends who didn't have. I had a lot of friends who I would, get my dad or somebody, or let's say my mom or whoever, got me a pair of sneakers, and I slide them to my homeboy because I know he ain't got nothing. And when we go out, I don't want him looking all crazy, and I'm always the fly one. So I know about a lot of people who don't have, and the people that's less fortunate, and the kids that's going to school wearing their brother's clothes, and the kids that's going to school, their mother don't got no money for laundry. They walk on they stink when they go into school. They got ACS cases. So I'm just like, what I mean? If I could come through and just speak to the people one time and just let them know the struggle. Like, my grandmother used to take me to free lunch when I was a kid in Edenwood. We used to go to Sousa, and it wasn't because she was poor or nothing like that. She was just trying to do whatever she could do to save her money coming up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know about this vibe. I know what it's like. I mean, my dad's family, they own land out there in Virginia, Texas. I got a cousin out there that owns a chicken farm. He makes the chickens for Purdue. Purdue comes through and pick them up.
Oh, wow.
My mom's side, Edenwood, South Side, bunch of people, Queens. That's the hood. That's the Earth side. You know what I mean? That's why I know about that. I know about be careful going outside 12 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? Tucking the chain. And this is this side. We know about it. So I'm balanced. You get what I'm saying to you? So it's like, even with $3 million, that doesn't mean that I'm going to just be like, you know what, I'm not eating Doritos no more.
Some habits are they there. They're going to be there. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, they're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be there. So it's like, and a part of being successful is like always remembering where you came from. Like, you know what I mean? Because some artists definitely get popping and they be successful for probably like 2 years and you never hear from them again.
And when you don't support the origin of where you come from, it comes back to you, man. And that's where a lot of the hate stems from. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, people see you not giving back. Sometimes even when you do give back, you're still going to get a little bit of hate, but it's more love. People know your intentions, and the fact that you, like I said, the fact you're doing it now, it means, like, just for me looking at it, just observing, seeing you, supporting you, I'm like, damn, that's big. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of cats, like I said, they get so caught up in trying to be famous. It's like nothing else really matters. The fact you're still looking out is big, man. And that's why I know you're gonna be successful, bro. You're already successful, but I know where you're trying to go, and you're gonna get there.
Yeah, that's a fact. I just feel like, you know what I mean? Like I told you, like, coming up, like, that's the code we live by. Each one teach one. Like, if that boy don't know how to tie his shoelace and you know how to tie your shoelace, tell him how to tie his shoelace. You're gonna have more people running around with their sneakers tied versus it being like, oh, I'm the only one with my sneakers tied. So some people just like to keep all the juice for themselves versus them trying to, like, make this world a better place. Like, I want to see all my homeboys in a foreign car. See all of them with $15,000 worth of jewelry on their neck. Everybody up better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, even the engineer.
True.
The work you got to put in to get that. You know what I mean? And I put the work in. So it's like, I can't force you to drink the water, but I can bring you to the water. You know what I mean?
So how essential is it for you right now to have a strong team around you. You know what I'm saying? How important? Like a lot of people don't get that. I want you to stress that importance.
Teamwork is definitely essential in this game nowadays because you can't do it all by yourself. I mean, you can rap all by yourself, but there's things that come with it. Even when it comes to your shows, even when it comes to, you know what I mean, you meetings and things like that, or you discussing other just connections. So teamwork is always essential. You have somebody that's doing this, somebody that's doing this, everybody got a role to play. LeBron can't go and play the championship by himself if he wanted to. He has to have his team there, even if the team is doodle, and he got to do all the work. They doing something. Somebody got to guard him while, you know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody got to pass him the ball, pass him the rock, you know?
Pass the ball. Somebody got to let me sit down for a second and play for a second. Let me catch my breath so I could come back in and go hard. You know what I mean? That's how it goes.
True.
And that's why you'll see like Sheen Papers, his EP dropped on iTunes. I made that drop on iTunes. I said, you got to drop on iTunes. Like
Club Talk, man.
I'm not going to drop my fourth album yet until you got to drop this album, but I'm going to give you this much time to drop this album.
Right.
Drop a lot of time, then I gotta proceed. I was on them every day like white on rice. What's up? What you doing? Yo, you got to do this because you got to show my work that I'm putting in with you. I'm out here grinding with you. Show them the work. Put it out. Don't just have me on the iTunes and go, wow, you can't get it on the Why you can't get there though.
Because that's what people will start saying. You know how people are, man.
iTunes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I already knew that.
Right.
The only one on iTunes. Why nobody else? Go get Plug Talk 3 now. EP, go get that. Shout out to Britain too. I want to shout out Britain. You know what I mean? My homeboy Britain, he hit me up. Social media, hit me up on the gram and was like, yo, bro, I see you doing your thing. I'm rocking with your shit, bro. Me and my manager out here. And we see what you're doing. We fucking with it. I want to get you up on this record. I'm like, word, what's the song? This is called Ride.
And that joint is crazy too.
Who up on it? I'm like, yo, who up on that? He like, yo, it's me and Level. You ever heard of Level? I'm like, nah, I never really heard of Level. He like, yeah, Level real big out here in the South and shit. He just had a song and shit, just had 3 million plays. That's a little Boozy artist.
Right.
Like, little Boozy?
Baton Rouge.
You fuck with Boozy? Yeah. Like, I fuck with Boozy? Like, yeah.
Wow.
Did a couple songs. I'm like, oh, that's lit, my nigga.
Right.
Long story short, we do the song. The song comes out on iTunes. He posting up pictures with him and Boosie. The song was on iTunes now. So now, you know, anything that goes up now with Apple Music or iTunes or anything like that, they recognize and they know, yo, that's Easy the Mogul. Because I did so well with selling my music on iTunes, using the distributors that I'm using, that the CEO from that company contacted me personally. Email like, yo, listen, this is the CEO, Scott, and I want to take my hat off to you and let you know that, like, we salute you, and we just glad to have been a part of your career and seeing you make it to where you at. They was talking to me as if like I wasn't ever gonna drop an album with them again, like I was signed, and they was just happy to have worked with me. But he was like, you know, like all these sales, like you made this money, and we really want to salute you for that. Like, so that was really big to me, really, than like probably even making the sales. Probably was just like, yo, I ran it up to the point that the CEO contacted me. Like,
yeah, that's crazy, man.
It wasn't the assistant. It wasn't a worker there. It wasn't just a random. This email was for me. It said my name in there. Yo, dear. Yeah, it put my government name in.
You know what though? It's like I said, man, it's pretty amazing what you've done thus far without having like a major machine behind you. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it and you see it,
that's why I think he probably had to take that hat off. This dude right here is really doing this thing. I'm gonna shout him out. But you know, the company could have hit me up and I'd have been like, oh, that's what's up. But him himself doing it was like, wow, this is crazy. I posted it up. Oh, you know, Scott just hit me up. Scott hit me up, and yo, he said, yo, salute.
That's what's up.
He was talking, it was asking like, yo, we're not gonna do no more music again and nothing like that. So I had to pat myself on the back with that. Like, you know what I mean? I pat myself on the back with that because I really did my thing with it. Like, independently. Like it's Universal done offered, hey, we got distribution. Some guys know, yo, I can plug you in. I don't want that. I want what I want. And if it's not what I want, I'm also, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna just go into a restaurant just to eat something just because they got food there.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Got to be the right platter.
Dollar slices all day until you make what we want. I want what I want. I don't need that. I want what I want.
And
So,
yeah,
I mean, that's how the game go right there.
that's
And,
crazy,
we're
man.
gonna keep it. Yeah, we're gonna
That's
keep it going like
crazy.
that. So being a yeah, I know. Being at the the CEO from the thing hit me up and actually shouted me out. They don't even know that Dedicated is on the way right now. They don't know. I didn't submit nothing to them yet. So right now they just like, wow, he did a song with Little Boosie's artist. Wow. So they know all of these stuff right now. They know if anything drop on Apple Music, iTunes, they're gonna know. iTunes is gonna know.
Right.
They're gonna tell you more about Easy the Mogul. Listen to the Ride song. Listen to What's to Play. They're gonna have all of these because they know already. So being that the CEO is even behind it even more, that's what got my Google search looking crazier now. Now when you search me up on Google, it says musical artists, and it shows YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music under there. Like
And that's all of the stuff that matters, man. All of that little stuff, it definitely matters. And cats don't really be thinking about that. But that's called analytics. You know what I'm saying? And when you got these labels that start looking at you and they want to start offering you deals, even when that deal is not right, that's your leverage right there. Because all you got to do is say, look, man, I'm already doing this already. You know what I'm saying? It's not one song. You got 4 projects. You know what I mean? That are about to be all iTunes, Google Play. That's another thing too that I respect. You still drop mixtapes here and there. The Set is G. That's my joint right there. But at the same time, it's like you understand the business of it, because some rappers will just, or artists in general, will just drop mixtapes for 10 years straight, but they don't got no commercial product. You know what I mean? And that kind of hurts you in terms of leverage, because it's like, what are you doing? You just gave away music for 10 years, but where your sales at? You know what I mean? So you need that leverage, man.
You gotta have that. And you know what I mean? It's like I said, versus me, like where I'm coming from with it, I got a lot of fans that's in like a lot of foreign countries where I don't even know how these guys even came across me, man. It's bigger than a blessing. I can't call it a blessing. It's gotta be a different word for it. Because I never went to a lot of these countries before a day in my life. I don't got no family that's out there that's like, yo, you listening to Easy? You know what I mean? Like when a dude's in Turkey is hitting me up on some crying, talking about I remind him of Tupac, and I'm just like, this is crazy. Like I don't understand this shit, but it comes from the the dedication and the putting in the work. Like it's wanting to just be there, wanting to do it. I mean, I read a post that said something about like you already that person, you just got to put yourself there.
And it's true. And you consistent, man. That's the other thing. You consistent.
Myself dedicated. So even with these fans that's out there like Africa, Turkey, and whatnot, they can't use the iTunes. They can't enjoy the iTunes. They can't use a Google Play or Spotify. Only thing they can use out there in some states is Spotify and YouTube. And SoundCloud.
Right.
So if you drop something, iTunes, whatnot, only your USA fans and your UK fans can really interact with that. Everybody else that's out of that jurisdiction they can't participate in what's going on. So I got fans that's in Africa that's like, yo, bro, please upload that new song, throw it on SoundCloud too, bro. Please, yeah, because they know like you gonna throw all that fire on iTunes. And SoundCloud is not gonna have that. We ain't gonna have that. We can't hear it out here where we from. So that's why What's the Vibe is on SoundCloud. That's why I Need Something is on SoundCloud, which is like, records that was on the album and whatnot, you know what I mean, that's cooking up.
So you gotta feed them too.
Because I understand for them, because I understand, like, even though it's not about a coin, sometimes it's not about the money, it's the legacy. They gonna talk about this for the next 5 years in these city. Yo, he dropped it on SoundCloud. The song for me. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck it, let them enjoy that. Do what they doing.
Wow, man. That's what's up. Like I said, man, the blueprint is real. Easy to Mogul live on the Convo, man. Yo, man, I appreciate your time today, man. All
That's a fact, bro. You already know.
right, this last question is just like a statement, and you answer it. All right. So it's like, if you visit my hood, you can't leave without trying what? What is the spot? We go to Eden Wall. We go to the BX in general. Where do we got to get some grub from, bro?
If you come to my hood, you gotta get some. You gotta get some grub from. You definitely gotta. You definitely gotta rock with our Chinese restaurant right there. You definitely. But even if you're not even a Chinese restaurant type of person, you gotta go across the street. Right there by the bus stop.
Okay.
Right there by the right there by the bus stop on the left side. You got to go in the Dominican store right there next to the Jamaican restaurant, and you got to tell Poppy to make you a steak sandwich. Now the steak and cheese sandwiches over there is legendary. It's been legendary like that for the last 14, 15 years. The same dude that's making the steak sandwiches been making the steak sandwiches for 15 years.
Wow. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Spot. Everybody know about that. You know what I mean? It's $5 a little. You know what I mean? It's a little pricey up there for the hood. You know what I mean? But it's good.
It's worth it.
So if you go to Eden Wall, you gotta go over there and get you a steak sandwich from there.
Thanks for checking out the Convo podcast.